They train you. They don't just give you theoretical information and a certificate, and then you go looking for a job after that. Some of the training will happen here, but part of the training will be practical training around in an actual workplace where what you're studying is relevant. You go there for industrial attachment. When you finish, you go there for post-training internship, and eventually many of you will be absorbed to work in those projects. So it is now the policy of the government of Kenya that we will not allow TVETs and institutions within the TVET and vocational training to train theoretical graduates. You must have some experience, practical hands-on experience as part of your requirements before you graduate. And it is the business of government now to look for opportunities where you'll get that experience. We have 8 or 9 places where those attachments are going to be done. I have said, for example, that we are building ICT hubs for 1,450 hubs across Kenya. Those who are in that sector, ICT sector, those will be places for the dual, where the dual training program will be run through. But also, all government of Kenya projects. A road is being constructed. A hostel is being constructed. Some hospital is being constructed. They are now going to be training grounds for practical skills for TVET students before they graduate, and even places for internship for TVET graduates before they get permanent jobs. So that is what the government is doing. The markets I talked about, all those are training places. The county aggregation and industrial parks we are building. The special economic zones we are building. We are building one in Eldoret, one in Busia, one in Muranga, one in Nakuru, and one in Kwale. Special economic zones. So we have a lot of projects, even in electricity connectivity. I've already told you, we are rolling out a new program, last mile connectivity, to connect an additional 1 million households in Kenya who now are in darkness. We will light up 1 million new households in the next 20 months. So those projects, we will require internships, industrial attachment for our students. We are also engaging the county government so that also in their projects, they provide that opportunity for both students and graduates of TVET. So, graduates, you're looking at the Deputy President here today and wondering, please, Mr. Deputy President, are you assuring me that I have an opportunity? Are you just saying that it is going to be okay? I want to confirm it is going to be okay. We take youth empowerment and creation of jobs and opportunity for young people so seriously that, as some of the speakers have said, we are creating jobs at home. But we are also creating digital jobs. And thirdly, for those who can't get immediately an opportunity at home or can't get a digital job, we are also out there saying, if you're a young person and you get a job in Dubai, please go and do it. And don't be lied by someone, because there's no difference. If you, for example, are born in Lodwar, okay, or maybe Kisumu. Many people are born in those places, but they work in Nairobi. They have not left where they were born. They are still people from those places, and they go home every 3 months, every 6 months, every year. You can work in Dubai and visit your home every 3 months, every 6 months, every 1 year. In fact, you reach here faster. From Dubai to Nairobi, you are faster in Kenya than someone who works in Mombasa and comes from Kapsabet. And please, we are not sending or exporting the people of Kenya. We are asking them to get a job anywhere, here, digital, or abroad. So tunasema kazi kwa ground, kazi mtandaoni, kazi majuu, anywhere. Because when President Ruto was campaigning, his slogan, and the slogan of our party was kazi ni kazi. Si namna hiyo? Kazi kwa ground. We have now construction sites across the country. Across the country, we are putting up a housing program, affordable and social housing program. We are rolling out a massive affordable and social housing program. These are places where many of you, again, are going to find attachment, internship, and jobs. That program alone, housing program, forget about all the other programs I've talked about. Depending on how many projects are ongoing, because some of them are now starting to complete, others are starting, we are engaging between 160,000 and 250,000 young people every day in the housing program. And every day they go home with 1,000 shillings minimum. And it will be like that for a year, for 2 years, for 3 years, for 4 years. But you see, someone will tell you what will happen after the housing program, maybe after 4 or 5 years. By that time, we'll have brought new programs. And for a young person, you're better off having a short-term job than no job at all. True or false? Instead of asking our young people to wait until they get a permanent and pensionable job, if there's a job that can help them earn a living daily for a year, for 2 years, please do it as we also look for the long-term job. Ni kweli ama si kweli? Mnakubaliana na mimi? That is the way we transform our country. So we are very clear in our mind. You have heard from this person, the Kenya Maritime Authority CEO. This government has created 5,451 jobs in the maritime industry, seafarers. We want to upscale it to 10,000 every year going forward. The evidence is here. You've heard the KMA CEO saying their jobs. So you wonder who is this person seated with a phone somewhere in a corner, and most likely they have a job themselves, and they are discouraging Kenyan youth from getting a job. If the job the youth is getting is outside the country, they say, don't go, wait here. And then they have a job. So we are telling our young people, and our kazi kwa ground. Kazi kwa ground, the Kazi Kwa Ground program involves hiring young people in the government, public sector. We are still hiring. It involves helping the private sector to create more jobs. We are doing that because now, again, the economy has stabilized. Interest rates are coming down. Many businesses will now going forward access credit a little more than before. They'll employ a few more Kenyans. So hiyo yote ni kazi kwa ground. Those who are doing the markets I talked about, the ICT apps, the KIPES, the special economic zone, hiyo yote ni kazi kwa ground. Private sector, public sector. Those in the ICT sector, the digital jobs, hiyo pia ni kazi. Those that get jobs, kazi kwa majuu, pia hiyo ni kazi. You go there, you work, you save, you invest at home. After 5-6 years, if you want to come back, you come back. This is your country. It's as simple as that. And that's why we are not calling it anymore labor migration. We are calling it labor mobility. Labor mobility means you are from Lesotho, you get a job in Eldoret, That is labor mobility, isn't it? Or you get it in Mombasa, labor mobility. You get it in London, labor mobility. Because when you say labor migration, it appears like you sending people away. So that is the program we have for you young people. Our country is great. Our country has potential. We are depending on you to take this country to the next level. The older people, the principals you see here, ourselves you see here, your parents, we are on notice. Our time is very limited. Our productive time is limited. And this country cannot be sustainable if the young people looking at me today have no future. So we are working hard to make sure you have a better future. But my charge to you, when that future comes, that better future, that future tomorrow, be responsible custodians of the country and its assets, so that your children can also have a country to inherit. I know many young people, they complain about corruption, they complain about I don't know what, but they themselves are just waiting for an opportunity to be corrupt. Yes? So we must